Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to talk about this. I was so excited when I saw this in the shops. I showed you guys on Snapchat and I think you guys are as excited as me. Snapchat and Instagram, I think I put a photo. It's called the Sensationail Polish to Gel Transformer. This is just the refill, this isn't the full set. So basically, a lot of us use gel nail polish nowadays. A lot of us do it at home. Some of us still go and have our shellac and gelish at the salon, but a lot of us use home machines. I've been using my own home gel machine for about 3 years. I've done a demo on here. It's the red carpet manicure lamp that I was using. I've now also got a kiss lamp. And the red carpet manicure was mostly the polish I used, and then I also used some gelées, which means you don't need a base coat. But I've said in a few videos recently that I've got so much nail polish, normal nail polish, and I just don't use it anymore. I've got about 15 OPI polishes, beautiful colours, and I just don't use them because gel polish is just, you know, it lasts longer and I don't know, it's just so much easier as well, isn't it? Once you've cured it, that's it dry. You don't have to walk around holding your nails. So when I saw that this was a polish to gel, this can make normal polish into gel polish, I was delighted. Just to give you a little bit of background, I was asked, I don't know, probably 6 months to a year ago, can you use the gel top coat? This is the Sensationail gel base and top coat. Can you use this on a normal nail polish? And I believe there are videos out there where people have said they have done it, but for me, I cannot get it to work. So I'll be interested to know what experiences you've had with any of this, but the only way I found it to work, that's not true, I couldn't get it to work, I could, but it's very long-winded. I would put my normal nail polish on and I'd have to wait overnight and then put the gel top coat on the next day, and that way it would work. But if I put it on even like a few hours afterwards, the whole nail polish would just peel off. It was very bizarre, so it didn't work for me because that kind of defeated the point of having a gel polish on. If you are here for a demo, by the way, I will put the demo at the end. So you can skip to the end. I'll try and remember and put in what minute it's at or whatever. I don't even know if I know how to do that. If I can figure out how to do it, I'll put it in because some of you might not want the review. But I'll talk about exactly what this says you can do and how to do it, and then I'll tell you what my experiences have been. So there are two methods of changing any nail polish into gel polish with this. And the first method is simply using this, which I haven't even shown you what's inside this. This is the refill pack. This is £9.99. The full set, I think, is about £25. It's not yet showing on any website at the time of this video. At the time I'm looking, it's not yet showing. It's only showing the refill. But I think the full set just includes the lamp and the base coat and the primer and everything like that, which I already had, so I only needed the refill. The refill does come in a small and a large size, but they've both got exactly the same thing inside, which is the polish to gel and a little pot for you to mix in. Just a little plastic pot. So the way that it works is you can either just apply 2 coats of your normal nail polish and wait for it to dry, and then apply this as a top coat and cure it. That's the way that it gives the instructions exactly how to do it. I tried that many times yesterday and could not get it to work for me. So firstly, I put a layer on my natural nail with a base coat, and then I put 2 thin layers on, waited for it to dry, added a top coat. As soon as I went to wipe the top of this off, you know how after you've cured it, you wipe it off with cleanser, the whole nail polish came off, and I thought, okay, maybe I did it too thickly, so I did it again, and I put 1 thin coat of my nail polish on with no base coat and waited for it to dry. Still didn't work. I then put, just on one nail, I put the gel base coat on, cured that, wiped that off, and then put my normal nail polish on, let it dry, then put this on, but it still just wiped it off. So I could not get it to work as a top coat. But like I said, I'd already kind of knew that because I'd tried that with the normal gel polish, and I didn't know if this had any new wonder ingredient in it or not, but from looking at the ingredients, I can't see that it does. The ingredients are pretty identical. So next I tried the second method, and the second method is to mix it, and that's what this little pot is for. And with that I got it to work. So I've just realised though I missed my thumb. I ran out of time, and I obviously forgot I remember thinking, right, okay, I've got to, it's dinner time and yada yada, I'll do that nail later, and I forgot, so I've just got nail polish on the rest of my nails, which is a bit bizarre. So the second method is the mixing method, like I say, and the reason I didn't use that first is because I had a couple of concerns with it. One, I thought that I would use too much nail polish because I thought I was going to have to tip it into the pot and that there would always be too much, you know, you'd always have too much polish and that you'd end up using both of these for too quickly, you know, that you'd run out too quickly. Yeah. My other concern was that by mixing in a clear colour with a nail polish, that it would thin it down and that it wouldn't look as pigmented on the nails. But I had no choice because, like I said, the other way didn't work for me. So, like I said, I've done a demo at the end, but all I do is I took this, you clean your nails as you would to apply any gel polish, but you don't put a base coat on. Then you get your nail polish and just put some drops of your nail polish in there and then an equal amount of the top coat in here, and then you mix it together with your brush of your normal nail polish and apply. You do 2 coats of that and then you finish with a top coat and you cure it in between. So that has worked absolutely fine. I had no problems at all. I have put a normal top coat on of the Revlon Sun Candy. When I've got short nails like this, I like to have something extra on it rather than just a nail colour. But yeah, that worked absolutely fine, and I didn't waste the polish because you can just use the brush to drip the polish into this mixing pot. I also thought that I might have to keep getting new pots, but you can just wipe this out with tissue or whatever at the end, so you'll always have that one little mixing pot, and as long as you clean it, it should be fine. So I'm really pleased that I have this because, like I said, I was just complaining that I had all these nail polishes that I just didn't use, and now it opens up the door to using them. However, it's more the idea of this product that has opened up the idea of it than the actual product in itself. And what I mean by that is, on this hand, I used this polish to gel formula with my Sally Hansen gel. This is just a black nail polish and it worked absolutely fine. But on my left hand, I used my gel base and top coat, the same mixing pot, and I mixed that with this nail polish and it worked absolutely fine. So if you have already got some of this at home, I would say that you can use this. You don't actually need to buy this. The only thing you won't have is a mixing pot, but you can buy, like, you know, 50 of these for a couple of pounds on eBay, because I already use these for pigments and things, so I don't think there's any concerns with that. These gel and base coats are £15, £14.50, and they are 7.39, so exactly the same as this. Actually, I suppose that's a thin bottle, exactly the same, but this is at £9.99. I haven't used this as a base coat, but I have used this as a top coat, obviously, and it does work as a top coat. I would suggest it probably would work well as a base coat as well. So actually, when I run out of my base coat and I've gone through this one, I am going to use this as a general top coat anyway. If I was using gel, because I've still got some gel polishes, I'm just going to use this polish to gel as a top coat. So I think that it's a wonderful product, but there's a couple of things to take away from it. Like I said, this is not, as far as I can see, no different to the normal gel base and top coat. And so you can use this if you already have it at home. And if you are wanting to buy a top coat, this one is actually cheaper, because this one is £9.99 for the refill set and you get the little mixing pot. This one on its own is £14.50. Like I said, I think this set includes all of the accessories, so like the gel cleanser, the gel primer, and possibly even the lamp. Put the demo in for you now so you can have a see how it all works. So I've done this hand. The first thing we want to do is, well, actually I've already done the first thing, which is I used a buffing block like this and just buff on each of your nails just to take off any kind of shininess. I'm not doing my thumb, I'm just going to do these four fingers. I'm using this, the Red Carpet Purify, but what Sensationail would suggest is that you use their cleanser, but it's the same type of thing. So I'm just going to go over each nail. And then again, I'm using I think this is the Red Carpet one as well, it's called Prep. But again, they would suggest you use their gel primer. And just paint some of this on. This is a really thin liquid. I think the Red Carpet one, not the Red Carpet, so the Sensationail one is a gel. It's a little bit thicker, but it's still not one that, it's not like a nail polish or anything. And then you're ready to begin. So I've got my little pot here. I have used it once, hence the colour in the lid. and I just wiped it out just there, and I forgot about the lid obviously. This is my Polish 2 gel, and then I've got my nail polish. This is the one I'm using. I'm using the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel in Blackio, this one is called. I was going to use my Barry M, but it's very thin, and I think you should use one that's quite thick and quite pigmented, one that you can get a good coat of colour on your nails in one layer. Otherwise you might end up with a not very pigmented look. So let me make sure I am ready to go. So I've got my lamp here. The lamp I'm using is a Kiss lamp, but it gives you the exact times on the Boots Sensationail one. So this is the most important bit. So it says to use equal drops, and it says to use at least 6 drops. And yeah, I don't know whether I'll need more than that for this. So this was the bit I thought would be difficult, because you can't just pour it out, because otherwise then you're not counting and making sure that you've got equal amounts. So I tip it up to make sure I've got enough colour, you know, completely on the brush, and then hold it over. So that's 1, 2. It is quite fiddly, this part. 3, and I'll just put some on the desk. There, actually I'm going to need that brush. And then 8 of this one. This one's a bit easier because it's new. 1, 2. And then the brush you're using is the one from your normal nail polish. So I'm taking this and I'm going to wipe off any colour. You can actually use a lint-free cloth to completely take the colour off, and then just give it a stir and make sure that they're fully entwined. And then put my prep on, didn't I yet? So then you're just going to apply it onto your nails in a thin coat, because we're going to put a second coat on. So just apply as you would any normal nail polish. And it's a nice consistency, I have to say. But like I said, I don't think it might have been as good. I don't think it would have been as good if I used the Barry M one. So then what I did was I didn't want to leave this brush sort of sitting out, so while I'm curing them I just put the top on there, and I sort of sat that in the pot like that, but sort of tipped sideways so it's not dipping in the polish, and then just cure it for however long the instructions tell you to, according to the machine that you've got. Then we're going to do a second coat. So again, get this bit open, and then really just make sure that this has got no colour on it. I want to be putting mostly colour on it without it being mixed in, so I'll just mix it around again to make sure I've got a good amount of the actual solution, and then do my second coat. Cure again. You can put the top back on your nail polish, although it does recommend to wipe it off on lint-free cotton, so like this. I've just put that in and forgotten to do it, so I'm just going to leave it in there because this polish is getting a little bit old, to be honest. And the final step is you take your polish to gel, or you could use your top coat from Sensationail and just paint on top of each colour. Thin top coat on, and then very important to keep this polish on, you just go along the free edge, so go along the very end of your nail. Don't know whether this is close enough up for you to see, and it's actually quite hard because I've got very short nails, but it's just the very tip of the nail. Let's see if I can get close. This bit here, you need to go along like that, as opposed to on top, you go on the edge. Cure again. That's them done. The final stage is to cleanse them. So I'm going to use my Purify again, but you can use the cleanse from Sensationail or any other system. Get some on cotton wool. You can use lint-free. Oh goodness me! You can use lint-free cotton wool is what I was going to say, but I've just covered it on my cotton wool. And then you just go over, just wipe over each nail. And you occasionally get little bits on your cotton wool of the polish, but all that is where, like normally from the edge where it didn't. Where you didn't cover it with the top coat far enough. Hopefully that was a bit clearer seeing a demo of it. But one other thing to mention is I did, when I originally tried the top coat method, I was using my Barry M nail paint, which you don't, this is a black and this is a black, but with this I definitely need 2 coats so that it's opaque and I can't see my nail through it. Whereas with this one I get just one layer gives me an opaque coating. So I would suggest that it would be better to use a thicker nail polish with this, because like I said, my concern would be if I used, for example, the Barry M and mixed it with this, that it would be a little bit it would dilute it. It is going to dilute it because you're using equal parts of each polish, and it would dilute the colour and it may start to look patchy. I know you're doing 2 coats, but it's still, you know, 50% dilution there. So I would say try and use your thickest polishes when you start off. And of course you can experiment with the other polishes. I think that's everything there is to tell you. If you've got any questions, then stick them in the comments below. I know that I accidentally found the Facebook page of Sensationail because I was looking something up, and there was a lot of comments on there saying that there isn't an instructional video out yet. But Sensationail left a comment there saying that they have an instruction video coming, and so hopefully in the meantime this has been helpful to people, because there was a lot of people that were unsure about how to use it. I think that the questions people had were exactly how to use it. Well, there's 2 methods that I've explained, top coat and the one that I demoed. Other people were asking that they've bought the refill and they didn't understand why this was a refill. But this is really all you need if you already have a primer, a cleanser and a lamp. Like I said, the bigger kit, I can't look exactly what it contains because it's not online yet. I did see it in the shops. I did see it in Boots, but I didn't actually look at the back. I meant to find out what was exactly in it. That's everything. Please let me know if you have tried this, or if you have tried using a normal gel top coat or base coat or whatever with your normal nail polish and it's worked for you. Because like I said, I have seen one video where it's worked, and I wonder why it doesn't work on me. Or if you've bought this and it works with using the gel as a top coat, or if it hasn't worked on you. I think all of this information when you've got a new product like this is helpful to everybody. I'll tell you what I've got on my face today. I have got on, it's the Bourjois City Radiance. In fact, it's right here because I'm about to do a review on it. City Radiance foundation. It's it says a new foundation, skin protecting foundation with brightening effect, and mine is in 03 Light Beige. I have used on my eyes MAC pigments. One is called Pink Opal, but it doesn't exist anymore, which is such a shame. That's the inner colour. And then Heritage Rouge on the outer corner. On my cheeks again is MAC, actually, Whisper of Pink blush. It's a kind of, it's one of their mineralised ones, but it's a real shiny one, so I didn't need any highlight. And then on my lips is the Maybelline Lipstick in the pink, and then on top I've got this new lip gloss which is just stunning. It's by Revlon. Look at it. I'll do you a swatch because you need to see how beautiful and sort of duochrome it is. It's their new lightweight glosses, and it is, I think it's just got a number, which is certainly all I can see, 525. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely love it, and you only need the tiniest amount. It's a very, very thick lip gloss, but with the tiniest amount it doesn't go so sticky, you know. This jumper is from Marks and Spencer's. I saw it and was like, I've got to have that. I absolutely adore this colour. And this is the colour of the wall, the opposite wall. I know that one's kind of got a reddy pinky colour, but I've got a bit of a clashing wall in here because I used to do my videos the other way around, and it's more of this colour, which I love. So I think that's everything. Thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you again.